Good morning. Happy Monday, everyone. Thank you, RJ. Awesome. Do I have a volunteer that will read our mission statement? Next slide.
Hello, I'll do it.
Yay, Aka.
To build careers worth having, businesses worth owning, lives worth living, experiences worth giving, and legacies worth leaving.
Thank you, Aka. And we have a mission moment opportunity for anyone to share something from Elite Week or something that has impacted you this past week. Who would like to share?
I'll share.
Go ahead and share.
Oh, we'll get two. Yay.
Okay.
Steve,
Oh, Miranda, you want to go first? Go for it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. Thank you, Steve. I am so excited that Sasha and everyone really suggested that we go and our team go. It was incredible what we learned. But it's about relationships and the relationships that we needed to know because we haven't been able to meet these people, whether it's on other islands or California because of COVID. So we have relationships, we believe, over text and phone, but that's not real relationships. So getting to sit at the same table and get to know these people and to know those who own the region, who work in the region, who are just names and faces to us. Now we actually have had a chance to pick their brains, and everyone was so generous in the information. Whether it was the speakers and you pulled them aside afterwards, they gave you their time. So it was absolutely perfect for what we needed.
Thank you, Miranda, for coming and for sharing. Go ahead, Steve.
Yes, kind of along the same lines as Miranda. I just think anytime anybody has an opportunity, I've always heard of, family reunion and bowl classes and all these other things to go to. But Elite Week was a really good opportunity because it was a smaller group of people, but really a more quality than anything. And it was, like you mentioned, able to kind of brush shoulders with all those folks that are out there that are doing well. Build your referral network with those people that aren't on Maui, and then just kind of learn a lot. I mean, there was so much information received that I just have notes and notes that I'm still looking over. So yeah, anytime anybody has an opportunity, but basically the short version is, basics, get back to the basics, door knocking scripts, lead generation constantly, and all the stuff you learn in Ignite all holds true still. And it's a good reminder. So get out there and do it.
Thank you, Steve. So sorry to hear you got sick, Kathy. Thank you for sharing. Teresa.
So just piggybacking on Miranda and Steve, everything they said and looking at growing your business, this referral network, you listen to Dean Otto and you listen to Randy and a number of top performers, referrals can be over 50% of their business. And what an easy way to meet people that are like-minded and interested in not only investing in their careers, but others. So, I mean, I got to go for all week. I was gifted with that opportunity and I'm so grateful for it. And like Steve said, pages and pages of notes still going through. But with it, I came back with 4 major things to apply to my business and that we're launching this week. So totally worth it. Highly suggest when the opportunity comes up again that everybody goes. It was amazing. Thank you.
Awesome. And Dennis, thank you for your comment. It was great to meet people in person that we haven't met yet. And I want to do a big shout out to Lisa. This lei is from her celebration. We were so excited to be able to see her launch her market center. She had this incredible event. And what an incredible woman and business owner. And I'm just honored to work with her. So congratulations to Lisa on the launch of your market center. It's so exciting.
Thank you, Sasha. Thanks for flying in and out.
Absolutely.
It was great. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay. Also, you may not notice, happy Pride Month. I want you guys to see, I love our company. Mark King, our president, said we want to be the most inclusive company in the world. And so I have a flag for our offices. Everyone is welcome here. My pin, you are safe with me. I hope that all of us can embrace that next slide of equity. I think it's the equity, the Y4C2Ts. Yeah, yes. Equity, opportunities for all. Let's embrace and welcome our LGBTQ community, support them. I know Bruno, our director of the Rainbow Network, is talking about doing a class to help educate all of us. And so just wanted to recognize that and really love our company that they value this. Okay, next slide. And Nicole, we have our lovely director of productivity coaching, Nicole, here to tell us about the 6 personal perspectives.
Thanks, Sasha. You know what? I'm actually going to work from step 3, which is move from E to P. I have to be honest with you guys. It was about 2 years with this company when everybody would say, oh, move from E to P. And I hadn't a clue what that meant. I hadn't a clue what moving from entrepreneurial to purposeful even means. And when I was listening to Gary Keller on stage, he summed it up in like 1 sentence. He said, move from the comfortable to the uncomfortable to achieve your goals. And I was like, oh, that's all it means, is just move from the uncomfortable or the comfortable space that we like to be in to an uncomfortable space when we have to learn something new or we have to get outside of our traditional box, right? And I just love move from E to P because I'm always thinking like, I think it's Randy Antonio's favorite bold law, which is no pressure, no diamonds, right? Like we really have to move ourselves out of our comfort space in order to achieve what we're looking for. And that's moving from E to P. So that's one of my favorite personal perspectives. Thanks, Sasha. I appreciate the time.
Thank you, Nicole. That was the most confusing one to me when I started too. So I appreciate you providing clarification on that one. Let's get uncomfortable, right? Allow that pressure to help create diamonds in our lives.
Which, by the way, Sasha, I'm about to start Ignite at 9 a.m. and those peeps are going to feel some pressure, you guys. So if you find anybody who's going through Ignite, like give them a hug and go, you are brave, a brave, brave soul.
Awesome. Thank you, Nicole. Okay, next slide. Latasha, would you like to speak to this?
Sure. So for those of you that have not participated, this is an awesome time for you to come with all of your questions, things that you want to work on or need to work on, and you need extra support. We will do them live. So we will be in Kahului Live this Wednesday. It will also be virtual, and we have participation from Oahu as well. It's a great opportunity to just delve into more of command. And then the second Wednesday will be in Kihei. And then on the third Wednesday, live in Whalers. This is not recorded because this is a hands-on class to help you in your business. So come support the Market Center for supporting you. So just come on out and we can help in any way we can.
Thank you, Latasha. Okay. Next slide. You record one Zoom review can repurpose on such. Okay, we have our beloved ALC. I'm so thankful for this board of directors for serving this year. They put in time every month and they really are the decision makers. When we have big decisions as a company, we go to our agent leadership council. It's like our board of directors. So I wanted to give the opportunity for any of the ALC to comment on anything that we're doing or initiatives or your perspective on the ALC. Okay, I will.
Sasha, I'll jump in. I was hoping to give someone else an opportunity, but I might be the only one on the call this morning, as I know Joyce is in Boston for the KW Luxury Symposium, as I believe Liza is. So ALC right now, we are wrapping up the year. We're looking at business planning for next year. We'll be attending the ALC clinic in Carlsbad, California, the end of this month. And then our market center will interview those agents. I think there's 9 or 10 going to the ALC clinic that will then interview to be on the ALC for next year. I've served 6 years on the ALC. I took a year off. My first year I was PB. You must qualify for the Associate Leadership Council. You must be in the top 20% by production to serve and lead the market center. So that is something that everyone should strive to when you're on the Agent Leadership Council. The Market Center pours into you to develop you and really help you grow your business to the next level. So you demonstrate promise by being in the top 20%, and then they help grow you to the next level. Top 20% ALC. Sasha, do you know what that number was for last year?
No, I just looked. I didn't look at the numbers. I was looking at the numbers in terms of our agents. So it was about top 50. So,
All right, well, I know some years I've been on the ALC with production in the $6 to $7 million category. Some years it's been higher. So if you're a $3 million agent, strive to be at 6 or 7, and then that will earn you an opportunity to help serve the market center in a volunteer capacity. But I can tell you, you always get back much more than you give. When we go to these trainings prior to every year, you get an opportunity to network with other top producing, top 20% agents in your markets, in your region. And that provides you opportunities. It helps get your name out there. And so give to get, and be a servant leader.
thank you, Michelle. And I'm so thankful for the 9 of you that stepped up and are going to Carlsbad October 23rd with us. We have a dream team we're putting together. I'm actually interviewing someone else today for that. If you are in the top 20%, about 5 million, and want to serve, let me know. There's a process where I interview, and then you would have the opportunity to come to our clinic. The company pays for hotel and registration, and you're just responsible for the flight. And we have a dream team of 9 going so far. So thank you, those of you who stepped up. Okay, next slide. Okay, there we go. I'm super excited about this. It doesn't start today. I was working with Daisha, volunteering over the weekend. Thank you for all of you that said yes to Sam's request to serve at the plantation days. It was awesome. And Daisha and I came up with this idea to help Legion. She's our director of YP, Young People. And we're going to start a Legion in the office after Company Huddle at 9 o'clock on Mondays, or on the long Company Huddle, third Monday, it'll be right after that. We're going to share strategies that agents are using for social media. We had one guy speak at Mega Camp. He got 50 deals off of Instagram alone. So what we're going to do is share those strategies and then actually have time to do it together. And we'll gamify it. We'll see how many contacts we can get through social media, and then keep track of those escrows. So if you'd like to be a part of it, we have our YP, our young people who are so good with the social media. They'll be there to help. I will be popping on at 9:30 meeting, but then popping back to wrap it all up. So come on in. Did anybody see my Instagram this morning? Okay, I wanted to share one thing with all of you. I had a favorite open house. When I just started as a realtor, I went door to door in this neighborhood that it was my dream. It was like the luxury neighborhood in our community. 3 hours, and I looked up all the names online of the owners, and then followed up with a handwritten note. And I just really wanted to get in there because it was like prestigious. And so a year and a half after I started, someone called me and said, Sasha, we're looking to list our house. And I was like, did I knock on your door? She's like, no, I got this really nice note. And I was like, okay, sure. So I showed up, and it was October, and I realized it's Halloween, right? People are going door to door, coming to you. And so just as an idea for all of you, think about a house in the neighborhood, or find someone with a listing in the neighborhood. You can make invitations, have a Halloween open house, 4 to 8, invite the neighborhood. And then what I did is had a neighborhood kid. I hired them to give out the candy to the kids. And then I was at the front door, and I would go out to the parents because they're waiting there, right? And give them an invitation. Hey, and 2 supersized candy bars. So here's a treat for mom and dad. Come on in. And we got 40 people through that house on Halloween. So just an idea, as you're thinking October, it's an opportunity to have an October Halloween open house. Okay, next slide. Oh, First Fridays. So excited to launch this Friday. Yes, the margarita machine will be making a move to the west side. We're going to meet at Lee and Barbara Potts' office. You see 180 Dickinson Street. Nicole Kovach will be there, and our topic is the short-term tax rate increase, and also just connecting with our agents on the west side. So that's at noon in Lahaina at Lee and Barbara Potts. Please join us. Next slide. Canoe Club starts this Saturday. I hope you guys are ready. It's going to be a blast. Yay! I've got my paddle. If you don't have a paddle, Keone says he has some extra ones. We're so excited. It's going to be from 9 to 10:30 in the harbor. The only requirement is that you have to know how to swim. So looking forward to paddling with all of you. We're putting together a team for April. There's a business race and we want to have a Keller Williams represent there. So
You
Join
might want to bring
Yeah, go
a
ahead.
change of clothes afterwards. Bring a towel, right? You can wear a shorts and a t-shirt is probably the preferred outfit for the paddling. And so it's at Kahului Harbor. Look for the purple canoe holly or canoe house. I'm not going to tell you what the other color is, so you won't get confused. So just look for the purple one. It's the one closest to the old chart house. So if you pull in that parking lot, Ho'oloa Park, pull all the way into the parking lot, and it's the one closest to the chart house. And we'll see you there at 9, and we'll go out for a little bit. There was surf this weekend up north, so maybe we'll get a few waves in, and we'll see.
How long should we expect to be there?
An hour, hour and a half. It depends on how physically fit you are.
We kind of put a cutoff at 10:30. But yeah,
10:30 should be plenty.
Keone, I appreciate your leadership and on a Saturday showing up for all of us to have this opportunity. That's awesome. And yes, Liza, at the end, you can talk about your listing. Absolutely. Okay, next slide. Archie, there we go. October 11th, get GET tax training via Zoom, 3 to 4. Very helpful. Christy is the one who cuts your check. She knows everything to know. She has everything to know about financials and is our expert. She leads Honolulu and our office. So it's a great opportunity to learn from her. Okay, next slide. Oh, stoked about this. I don't know, was anyone in his last class? Know the inventory? I was at Todd's last class. It was absolutely awesome. If you want to learn from the best in the business and one of our top teams, he's so generous to share his time. It's going to be in the Kihei office, October 12th. There are limited slots. I would sign up today if I were you guys. It's absolutely powerful. What I appreciate is he talked about his story going from knowing nothing really in the inventory and how he made a comprehensive comprehensive analysis of every Kihei condo from north to south and how it impacted his business and what he did to prepare for those open houses. Awesome. Anyone want to speak to that class?
I'll speak, Sasha.
Yeah.
I've been in that class a couple times, and this actually came from Todd. So the PC agents are meeting on Wednesdays in the office, and this came from Todd just showing up and going, "Hey, you guys want me to teach this?" And agents were like, "Yes, please." This is absolutely for productivity coaching agents as well as everyone else. But I encourage the PC agents because it's Wednesday, and anytime you can listen to Todd, I mean, he's great and he loves the new agents and he will pour into them. So he's so full of knowledge and he's so cool. One of my agents was like, "Oh, I was intimidated by him." I was like, "Todd, really?" Like, he's so super chill and cool. But he does a great job on this class. Like I said, I've taken it multiple times and you learn so much in there.
Yeah, thank you, Nicole. Okay, I appreciate that about our leaders. They share what they know generously. You know, it's a different culture here. We're not keeping a secret all that their experience that led them to their success. Okay, next slide. Hot topics. Nicole and Michelle Del Rosario, do you guys have anything you'd like to share?
I do this morning. Thank you. Many of us attended Elite Week last week, and I just wanted to share a couple thoughts. One of the things that came across from most of the presenters were get really comfortable asking questions and asking the right questions and getting the data and having that information, really understanding what is your prospective client's pain point and how do we solve it. And it's not always around real estate. It might be around something else, but we are connectors in our community. We know the tradespeople, we know insurance agents, we know babysitters, house cleaners, gardeners. And so really get your vendor list developed as we go into this shifting market. And as you're making your calls, the calls just can be about caring for, nurturing that relationship. And how can I help you? What can I take off your plate today? And so asking those questions, I think, are really important. One of the other presenters spoke about generating return on investment in your marketing. Take this time. We're in October. You should be business planning this month for next year. And the activities you do today are going to start to fill your pipeline for December and January. So when you're looking at that ROI, are you getting a return? One of them says they don't do anything that they don't get a 5-time return on. So if I'm spending $100, it needs to be generating at least $500. And they go through their expenses like this. They had a acronym called KRONC, KRONC, and it was keep. What expenses am I going to keep? What am I going to replace? What am I going to offset? What am I going to negotiate down or differently? And what am I going to cut? And I have to tell you, I am doing that exercise today. I'm looking at everything in my business, as should you. You should be looking at them every month with a profit and loss statement. We are offering basic agent financials this month. I'll be teaching it on the West Side. It's a 5-hour class. You do have to register in advance because we include a booklet, and it's a book we order from KW. This is a KW University class. So it's a set curriculum, 5 hours. This takes you from beginning to end, going through your financials, starting to work with a chart of accounts where you're classifying your income and your expenses. And then really looking at every area of your business and how to run your business like a business, setting aside money for your operating expenses, your taxes, etc. So I have to look on my calendar. I think this class is on the 16th of October. No, that's a weekend. It's on the 20th. Thursday, October 20th. It starts at 11 a.m. and it runs from 11 to 4. Please RSVP to the Maui Kahului office if you're interested in attending. It is an in-person only class, basic agent financials. And I hope that we all end the month being financially sound and ready to go and thrive in 2023. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you, Michelle, for your leadership. I know Nicole had to get off for her Ignite class. So love to have the opportunity to give you guys, I know Liza had wanted to speak on any listings that you have coming up. This is one of the biggest, most powerful parts of being in a large brokerage with trained professionals, is that we can help each other out with knowledge of the inventory and really get first access. Teresa and I did a deal. One of my only ones and first ones here is because I heard about it on the Zoom. And so I hope to give you guys the same opportunity. Liza, you want to start?
Aloha, everyone. Thanks for giving me a moment, Sasha. So tomorrow I am featuring my listing at Maui Meadows in the Kihei Caravan. So I really want everyone to come by. I'm encouraging everyone to complete a broker's opinion form. And once you complete that form, I'm going to enter it into a raffle, and the gift will be a great bottle of wine. So come check out the inventory. It's going to be on Mapu at Maui Meadows. So hope to see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, those caravans are powerful. I love going. So I'll see you there, Liza. Anyone else?
I have something on Hot Topic that I sit on the ACE committee for the Real Estate Commission. We're talking about core A and B for the next term. And things that have been coming up are social media. You know, we're having that social media class, but all the licensees that are violating the licensing advertisement laws, when you're posting stuff on your Instagram and Facebook without giving the correct, items that are needed in advertising, So be very cautious on that, because the real estate commission is really starting to look at that as agents are using that medium to advertise. So I'm assuming you're going to cover that in that class, but just be cautious, everybody, because it's getting more of an issue, let's say.
Yeah. Michelle, do you want to remind us, everyone, what exactly they need to have on any advertising?
Well, before they're posting on Facebook, Instagram, etc., they should be sending their advertising for review. It must have your agent name, your agent license number, your agent status, and the company name. And the big thing that the real estate investigators look at is your company name easily identifiable by a consumer, where a consumer would not be confused? And where we get into trouble with that is when we are using our division logos, like Sports and Entertainment, KW Luxury International. Those are not your brokerage. Your legal entity brokerage is Keller Williams Realty Maui, not KW Maui's logo that just says KW Maui, not Keller Williams Maui. It's Keller Williams Realty Maui. That's the legal entity. You must have that. And you must have that in point font that is readable and easily identifiable. If all of your text is at 12 point and then you put the company name at 3 point, even though it's there, they do not consider that easily identifiable by a consumer. When a consumer looks at your post, your ad, boom, in 2 seconds, they should be able to say, oh, that's Kathy Becklin, and she's with Keller Williams Realty Maui. If they have to look at that and go, oh, she's with the Aloha Group, you can have your team names, but it should be Aloha Group at Keller Williams Realty Maui, or Aloha Group powered by Keller Williams Realty Maui, so that it's very clear what is a team name, what is a division logo, and what is the legal entity of the brokerage. We currently have RICO complaints. I currently have RICO complaints for you because you didn't send me your marketing and you posted and you either forgot an element or you posted something that's not legal or a fair housing violation. I have 4 of them right now. So I implore you, please get with me, get with your productivity coach, get with your BIC. Let's make sure that you are not the next agent that has a license complaint. Thanks, everyone.
I just appreciate your leadership so much. I did not know this as an agent from another brokerage. They were not teaching me this. And so I mean, we as agents can go crazy on Vistaprint and, ordering things. And I had this Jeep that I loved. It was my logo. It was a Jeep cover. And I just thought it was so cool. I didn't realize I'm basically driving around asking another realtor to report me. And I also had made this custom license plate frame that said www.alohasasha.com Maui Real Estate. People, if they didn't like me or just wanted me to be compliant, they could have called and we would have had a complaint against me and Michelle. So good to know. Really check everything through Michelle, any marketing, anything, because she is here to protect us. She is here to make sure that we're not in violation. And we also do not want to put, she is overseas. It's all of us. So when we do something incorrect, it's, it impacts her. So Dawn.
Yes. So quick question, Michelle. I totally get when you're doing a post that says just sold, just whatever, just listed, and you're doing an actual ad. Does this apply to posting on your Facebook business page? Because, you throw an article up or whatever. I mean, my personal Facebook page says Don Harris, RS 79143, Keller Williams Realty Maui. That's the name of my page. Do you have to put all that stuff in every single social media post you do, or is it only advertising?
Posting is considered advertising if you're discussing real estate, or if you're on a site where you've labeled it as your business. Dawn, you went through that quickly. It sounded like you were missing license status on there. I heard name, I heard brokerage, I heard license number. I did not hear license status.
What
So
is
that would
license
be
status?
realtor, all in caps with the registration mark,
Yeah,
and
I
either
think,
the word salesperson or broker after the end.
yeah, mine says Don Harris, Realtor Salesperson,
Okay, there you go. You're
79143,
good. You're good.
Keller Williams Realty Maui.
Yep. And your license number has both the alpha and the numeric portion.
So it has to say Realtor Salesperson RS 79143.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
What most agents don't realize, Don, is that your license number in the state of Hawaii is an alphanumeric number. For every one of us, it's going to start with an R, and then based on your status, it'll be either S or B, but it's the whole thing. So for me, my license is RB-17141. I cannot just put 17141. That does not meet the requirement. That is not my number. My number is a full alphanumeric number. Also, I cannot just put RB dash in my number and think, well, it says RB in there. People know she's a broker. That doesn't meet the requirement either. So back to your question, if you are just posting an article where you've read something and you're like, oh, I want to share that, as long as you attribute that article, that you're just sharing some other published piece, you don't need to send that to me for review. So if you're like, hey, everyone, I saw this in the Maui News today, October 3rd, wanted to share this important information on short-term rental tax. You can do that and I don't need to review that. If you are going in there and you're making some statement about the market, increased sales, change in interest rates, things that are real estate components, and you're making a statement about it, I need to read that. If you are making something where you're talking about another property, hey, I was on Caravan this morning and I just saw this great listing, you need to be sure that you're providing attribution. What does that mean? That means you need to say, this is a listing I saw this morning that is listed by Island Sotheby's, agent Susie Smith, and either a phone number or an email address. That is now part of the syndication of our listings on RAM. When they syndicate out to other sites, they no longer just say Keller Williams Realty Maui. They're supposed to also provide a phone number or an email address based on that broker's decision. So the rules are evolving as always and very complicated, but I would say most things need to come to me. But if you're just, hey, I'm having an open house, here's the day and time, and you know that your social media site is properly set up for your marketing with those 4 requirements, then you're good to go. Keone, is there anything you want to pipe in and share on this topic while we're talking about it?
Not really. I mean, if you guys are going to do that, make sure you send it to Michelle in advance, like don't think she's going to get at it like 1 minute later, she's got other stuff to do too. So if you're going to post something, get it ahead of time. Do us a favor.
I mean, I got to say, this is going to be an impossible task. Because
it's not impossible. I get posts all day long and you just text me and say, hey, I just sent you a post, social media post. It is an arduous task for me to try to undertake, but unfortunately it's the law. And that's why we have 4 RICO complaints, because being one of the top brokerages and taking market share, we have a target on our back and we are being watched and we are getting numerous complaints, and they're looking at everything. They're looking at your print ads, your social media. I have one right now on someone's real estate sign because they used a KW Luxury International Division logo. And the agent said, well, it says Keller Williams. Well, it does, but it doesn't have the legal entity name. So all these little fine details. And when I say fine details, they are scraping at the sides of the barrel. The things that I'm getting us reported on are minute, finite details, not normally the glaring, huge mistakes.
So
I'm thinking if we, go ahead.
So if we do a post like a walkthrough video, we have to put the brokerage that's listing it, the agent that's listing it, and the agent's phone number.
You have to list at least the brokerage name and either the email or phone number as designated by that brokerage. When you look at a syndication site and it comes up and it says, that's what you need to grab and put it on. You can go to realtor.com to view that information, the syndication information, but it's called attribution. We have to provide attribution per NAR's change, which I think Marion's on here, and you've got your hand up. Marion, do you want to pipe in on this?
Hi, yeah. It's funny, but yes, we need to do that. So on social media, the easiest thing that I try to recommend to people is if you use a link to the property from the public facing RAM site, it will have attribution. So you can't do it from your own site. You can't do it from when you're logged into RAM. You got to go to the public site and use that link. You can play around with it. And now the top of the listing in small print, this isn't going to be huge, is going to say listed by Caldwell Banker. That's all it needs to say. So if your social media post says, I just saw this incredible property, let me know if you're interested, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, and a link, whammo, you did it.
And I'm thinking maybe a copy paste template. If you can have a template that Michelle would review that has everything, to your point, John, if we know, okay, if I copy this into every post, then I'm fine. And I'm thinking about an audit, maybe have her look at my Facebook, YouTube, social media and get those all straight. And then a copy paste template for every post. Maybe that would be a way to know that we're on point. So great discussion. Thank you.
Well, and to Marion's point, we just updated with RAM the choice to list the office phone number for each branch as our attribution contact point. So when it syndicates out now, it will, instead of saying Keller Williams Realty Maui, Kathy Becklin, it'll just say, it won't have her name, but it'll say Keller Williams Realty Maui, 808-270-1046. It'll have our main number. So it's not the agent number, it's whatever they've designated, John. So when you grab that link from the public facing site, it will already have the attribution in place for you.
Great. I know we went over today. That's really important discussion. We're dealing with it daily. Michelle has to deal with that. So thank you everyone for contributing. I appreciate all of you showing up on a Monday morning. Can't wait to get after it in October. Have a great week. I'll see you soon. Aloha.